What up, y'all? It's your boy Scoob back at it. And before we get started with things, I want to mention that if you enjoyed the content, I want to sincerely ask y'all to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Um, excuse me. And also, leave as many likes as y'all possibly can so that um, other people that had never watched my videos, have better access to them. So, thank you very much for that. I'll probably be reiterating that at the end of the video. But anyway, I just want to say that I just decided to do another Ferrari Friday. You know, I got a lot of them. Been had them ever since I started collecting. So, this is what we got here today. The Ferrari 599 XX. Yep, this is the first version that came out in the main line. This is not the debut version. The debut version was in the Speed Machines line, but there was like 3 or 4 different ones of them. So anyway, I had the black version of the Speed Machines one with the 599 on the side, tan interior, but I kind of parted ways with that a while ago, unfortunately, regrettably. But the silver lining and all of that is at least I have, this red mainline version, which is going for quite a bit of money on eBay itself. Again, unfortunately, since, the loss of the Ferrari license. But it looks good, it's probably not one of my favorite Ferraris, but because of these things on the side, but that's what it's supposed to be, because since it is the 599 XX, it's the racing version of the 599 GTB Fiorano. So yeah, and then you could buy these, but they were like $1 million, like a couple of $1 million. But they wasn't street legal, so you couldn't take them out on the road. You couldn't take them out on the street and drive them. These were strictly track cars. Strictly track machines. And then, but the good thing about it is, you can participate in the one make race with them, I believe. So anyway, that's it for that. This 599 GT, this 599 XX. I actually had a lot of these. I just customized a lot of them. I kind of wish I had a lot of them. Still had most of mine. But anyway, I'm stuttering too much. I guess that's my cue to move on to the next car, which is the Ferrari F355 Challenge. Yes. I kind of like this yellow one, but this silver one, yeah, this is pretty dope too. And you'll never get, this amount of detail on a Hot Wheels car ever again. Or at least not in the main line. There's tampos all over the place. Of course, you don't have anything on the front or the back, but, that really didn't matter back then. But look at all this. And this is pretty much almost everything that was on the real car. Yeah, this is nice. And here's something else you ain't gonna find you ain't gonna find on the in the main lines. Metal body and metal base. Pretty heavy for a little car, for a small casting. But the real car, the real F-355s were little anyway. This yellow one, this yellow one is balling. Oh yeah, here's another thing. If you're not familiar with this casting, it only has one seat because this was the F-355 challenge. It's basically the same thing that I mentioned about the 599XX that we just covered a minute ago. Yeah, this was strictly the racing version of the F-355. And in the F-355 challenge, it was a pretty big deal back in the day. And these rich motherfuckers, excuse my language, they were just buying up these cars like hotcakes and racing them. You had private racing teams buying them too. So yeah, there's that. This is the F-355 challenge. One of my favorite Ferraris. Really like the way those look. Next, we have the Ferrari 360 Modena. I know some people say Modena. It's Modena. I really like the way they did this. They painted this base. Instead of the glossy paint, they did it with the flat matte black. It's a pretty nice touch. Something you'll never notice if you don't have one of these in person. Excuse me. Some technical difficulties. Might have had it a little too close to begin with. But yeah, this is it. Another one of my favorite Ferraris, at least in real life. They did okay with this casting. The only problem that they had when they made this casting is, the glass don't go up all the way. Well, at least it wasn't, it's just too thick in the middle. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just too thick at the top. I took one of these apart, and there's actually a hole in the middle of the glass, so you can see all that from the side. It kind of ruins the look a little bit of this casting, but it's an otherwise spectacular casting once you have it in hand. You got the front, and then you got the Ferrari logo, the Ferrari emblem, a little bit of the interior. And give y'all a little something. Then you got the back with the Hot Wheels logo on the license plate. Oh yeah, you got the engine too. Can't forget this. Look at how detailed it is in there. They put every little nook and cranny up in there. Oh yeah, we got one more before we go. This one was from the Godspeed version, from the Godspeed series that Hot Wheels had some years ago, about maybe 20-something years ago. That's when they really started getting serious with these premium cars. They ought to bring it back. If you don't know what the Godspeed series is, it's basically, different sports cars. And this was one of them. You got the interior ray, the tan interior, going complementing this gray paint very nicely. You even got some detail with the silver on the center console. The shift lever goes way up in the back. It's pretty nice. And then you got a clearer view of this engine just because of the silver background. Man, just look at that, y'all. I guess my finger was in the way. But yeah, just look at that. Man, that is nice. And yeah, you got the wheels too. These wheels, they don't really go too good with this car. Even though they're premium, but they're premium. They belong more on like some muscle car or something. Some, classic car. Instead of a modern day Italian exotic like a Ferrari. But, for this color combination, it works. Oh yeah, you got the headlights, Ferrari emblem, of course. And then you got the tail lights with the Ferrari, with the prancing horse. And then Ferrari on top. If y'all can see that. So yeah, this is the Ferrari 360 Modena. Yeah, we got this one right here is the Ferrari 430 Scuderia. I know some people say having trouble pronouncing these Italian words like Scuderia. It's Scuderia. Basically means, the racing team, Let's put it that way. I've been working on my Italian a little bit, You got the 43 on the things. Excuse the silence. Yeah, I bought this one from the Ferrari Racer series. This is what this car came out of. Because, this was actually a Toys R Us exclusive. You couldn't buy this anywhere other than Toys R Us. Which kind of sucked, but, that's what makes it collectible, I guess. But anyway, this is pretty nice. I like how they painted the center caps on the axles. And then you got these co-mold wheels. The same thing that people been complaining about with these speed machines. A lot of these people who are complaining, they just got into collecting. They got into collecting after this car and the speed machines came out. Because this is how it was supposed to be. Because it was originally intended for for people to race these down the track. So they could roll a lot better on the track. You'll have a tougher time rolling the car down the track with rubber tires. But I can understand, the criticisms. But, these were how it was supposed to be. With these and with these Ferrari racers and the speed machines. They actually don't look too bad, though. Oh, yeah, there's the front. There's the rear. They didn't paint the taillights, but they did paint that, black strip where the carbon fiber goes. And those are like the vents near the engine. It'll let out that hot air. But yeah, you got this Ferrari badge right here too. Halfway did, half-ass, done, but it's little anyway. But then while we at it, we might as well talk about this big honking engine. Yeah, this is a V8 because, that's the engine that, the Scuderia, the F430 used. I mean, all the F40s, the Coupe Spider, the Scuderia, which is basically supposed to be the lightweight version of the F430. Oh boy, 2 minutes already. Been talking about this car for about 3 minutes. And you got the Pininfarina badge on it. That's the people who designed the Ferraris. So anyway, I guess I can move on now. But anyway, this is the Ferrari 430 Scuderia. And for our last car of the day is the Ferrari Roma. I don't know why Tomica don't really put the names of these cars on the bottom like they used to. It's kind of making me not wanting to buy their cars. But when they come out like this, it's too hard to resist. But anyway, I love it in this red. Yeah, this is pretty nice. High quality. No goofy proportions like you see on the Hot Wheels. Very nice. The only letdown with Tomica are the wheels. You'll hear everybody say that, and it's true. Those wheels are trash, but it is what it is. It was meant to be a toy over there where it's from. So, but it don't look too bad on this car. Kind of gives it a nice little, it's better than the wheels Tomica used to make. I will say that much. Then you got the grille, the headlights, and then the Ferrari badge, and then the same thing on the back, of course. Then you got the Ferrari logo right there, and these taillights right here are actually painted. You just can't see them too good in that in that red that the whole car is in, but those taillights are painted. But then you got this other one in this grayish, in this light bluish gray. It looks blue on the camera, but it's more like a gray in person. See what I mean about them taillights? Nice touch. You can always expect Tomica to do some high quality work, more so than you can Hot Wheels, but it costs a little bit more for Tomicas anyway. Tomicas are just a little bit bigger than Hot Wheels. See? And you got the suspension on them too. If y'all didn't know, just putting y'all up on game. But anyway, I really like this cool, calm, and collected look. on a Ferrari. I don't know why. It's just cleaner to me. I'm a smooth dude. I like the smooth looking cars, the smooth looking Ferraris with the curves in all the right places. I don't really go too much for these supercars that, got too many jagged edges on them. I just want something to cruise in. Hey, I don't mind, taking a couple of track days in my Ferrari. But if I'm out on the town, I'd rather have something that looks like this. So anyway, I guess that does it. Oh, tearing up my cars already. No, I'm just, they're still in good shape. But anyway, I just want to say thank y'all for sticking with me. Shout out to the new subscribers, new subs. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hey, everybody else that's watching my videos that ain't subscribed yet, rock with me too. Be here on the ground floor with me and watch this channel grow. Be part of that. Then you can brag to all your friends about how you was rocking with me when, I was only at about, this many subscribers. Yeah, I was with him about, when he was only at 5 subscribers, 10 subscribers. So, yeah. So, watch me blow up. And, and refer these videos to a friend or two. So, anyway, thank y'all very much. I do appreciate it. All right, y'all.